So good morning. Actually, this is I can't speak this out. I want to give you a bit of a history lesson today. The thing is, I watched this happen. I watched the United States fraudulently report her inflation numbers. Inflation is supposed to be the measure of what goods cost to produce and sell in a country. When you have another country like China, which reduces the cost of production considerably, it increases the profit margin significantly for the folks in the producing country, once producing country. And so they thought it'd be a great idea to piss on these unions, fuck all these goofy plebes. We'll just keep the brand, ship all the work over there, and our bonuses will be fabulous. Oh, give me some of this. And so we watched as the whole United States manufacturing sector was all that talent, all the centuries of labor, the whole families making steel and coal and the things that make it possible to have railroads and stuff. Don't get me off on railroads. I want to stay focused today. So the thing is, this is not China's fault. The U.S. is a taskmaster that's squandering resources because they feel everybody else is going to pay for their drunken hilarity forever. It's their God-given right, dare I say, for the nation who canceled their God about 20 years ago. I watched that happen too. So they sold off, begged China to accept them, agreeing to whatever China wanted to make these kind of deals. Oh, wow, we're set for life. You realize with our employment contracts, you need to understand how executive groups work in corporations. They're kind of like high paid waitresses. Their salaries are like the starting where things start. What they're interested in is their bonus. And so about 7/10 of every executive meeting turns out how are you doing on your bonus? And they have cost centers and they can trade with each other to keep their bonus positions up. Anyway, the fraud that goes on within organizations is well known and it's accounted for. However, what isn't known and accounted for is the audacious rape 350 million of my kids just in the United States alone that are expected to pay for this colossal stupidity on the part of their so-called elites, the people that are professing to serve your interests as trustees even. They're like treasonous foreign agents to you. They view you as chum and it's working the living bejesus out of the old man. So the United States is going to piss into the wind however she likes. But she's going to come face to face with mother reality in a hell of a hurry if she doesn't begin to mind her manners. I'm not kidding you. I've been telling her about this for over a decade now. You mind your manners or you're going to lose your world reserve currency status. For saying things like this, we're thrown off Twitter, anywhere that's a polite company seems to congregate these days. These self-deluding, masturbatory jingoists calling themselves intellectually superior, theorizing themselves intellectually superior. I look at the results. For instance, China has labored for the last 50 years like a dog, taking all your bullshit stuff, the stuff you didn't want to do, then do it, happily do it. You know, all the dirty work that you didn't want to do, they'd handle it for you and cheaper than you can do it for sure. They earned every inch of the business they're working with today. And it's impenetrable to the idiocy of flatulent wits high on the set of their own parts. Look at the EU, trying to justify its existence for Christ's sake, using my people, their blood, sweat, and tears, as toilet paper. You know, well, they can't. They count to me. I'm your king of this whole place. We're not really happy about what's going on right now in much of the world. Well, in the West, and the fake state of Israel, that abomination, that cancer in the ass of God. You talk about perverts. Zionism is the most grotesque formulation of human logic I have seen in all my years, and those are considerable. Nothing like it. And like Mr. Huckletree, Huckleberry Finn of spirituality, bows to Mr. Nestieho with a fervor only known to novice nuns. So I ask you, who would you rather work with? People who are flailing around, deluding themselves and everybody they can walk, talk, or juggle rocks with for even 10 minutes, though. For as long as it takes, count on me. Like, anybody that does business for the United States has to be out of their goddamn mind. Like, why? What do they offer anyone? Other than resentments, insistent resentments, and ultimate stupidity with every goddamn move. She buries herself further. She started shooting herself in the foot, and now she's aiming at her head and hitting it. Anyway, that is your King of Kings. Early spring 2025. Wishing you a fun rest of the day. And we'll be talking to you a little more frequently now. I've been doing other things for a bit. Anyway,